This is your boy Trebles Garcia. Unfortunately for this episode, my mic was acting up, but it does not take from it being an amazing fucking episode. So I'm dropping all this love to all the listeners. Thank you for subscribing, thank you for following, and dropping 5 stars. Have a good one, enjoy, tune in. Excuse my mic. On the road again. Nah, 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 nah. Let me get my tone on.
Yeah, Red Bull, you have something to drink? You sipping on something?
Dog, I already had a couple shots, bro. I'm fucking late with energy, man. I'm high on life and spice, dog.
Right.
Okay? Yeah. Testicles, 1, 2. Testicles.
Yes, we back at it like crack addicts. What's Gucci, my boy?
And we're back. Welcome again to Paranoid Radio Podcast. This is your boy Trebles Garcia, and joining me again in the ones and twos is the best co-host in the motherfucking planet, my homie Big Tank. Salute, my boy.
Appreciate it. What's good, my boy? What's cracking?
Nothing much, fool. Living through, fool. It's a beautiful Saturday fucking afternoon, and today we have a badass fucking episode for all you motherfuckers out there listening to us. Before we jump into it, I want to make sure that I want to thank everybody that's listening to us. Dog. We have a small subscriber group, but this small subscriber group has given us loyalty, and that's the main thing that pushes us and makes us do better things. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for all the support that you're giving us. Big time, we're gonna jump right into it so we don't waste any time. Please let us know what the fuck is happening.
Yes, that's right. We here and what is happening, and you guys know the deal. I'm gonna give you 2 stories that's happening around the world. Let me know what you guys think, and we'll go from there. Without
Yeah.
a doubt, one of the saddest things, Chadwick Boseman is down, and if you guys don't know who that is, that's an actor that played Black
Fuck.
Panther.
Damn, dog. Damn.
Oh,
Damn,
bro,
that
died at
the black lives on.
43.
He's young and his motherfucking extra prime.
Yes, without a doubt. Can you believe that? He was
It's fucked
fighting
up, my
colon
boy.
cancer for 4 years.
So that means he was recording the fucking the movies while he was in pain, while he was going through his fucking shit, my boy.
Yes.
Yo,
Imagine that. What a hero. Second, go there, go there.
what a hero, my dude.
No.
We got it.
No, without a doubt. Real sad day. 43-year-old is struggling. No wonder there was no signs of a Black Panther 2. They had all pushed aside. It all makes sense now, but damn. On to the next story.
Yeah.
Quite a treat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Thousand protests in Mauritius over dead dolphins demand resignations. So in Mauritius, capital Port Louis, 40 dolphins, correct. 40 dolphins have been found dead near the site of the spill.
Where at though? What part?
It just says Mauritius. The port. Yes.
Mauritans. I think that's an island. If I find it correctly.
I'm pretty sure it is. It's crazy. 40 dolphins, and there was an oil spill recently around there.
Of course, and let's face the truth. Also, dolphins are the second smartest species on Earth, after us. And what I mean us is after Trebles and Tanque.
No, without a doubt, something is happening right there. What is going on? Could it just been the oil spill, or is this something more that they're trying to cover up? Can you imagine that?
Look, dolphins have been known to help fishermen and humanity grow and fish and gather their food. So I'm 100% sure that it has to do with some type of communicating to us that something's going on within the sea. This wouldn't be happening just because.
Without a doubt. Just something for you guys to keep your eyes out, watching the following news. What else is happening?
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing up these beautiful 2 topics too. I always love the way you bring these stories in. And I'm pretty sure, and I'm 100% sure that our followers and listeners are listening quite they're enjoying every single thing that you bring. Thank you so much again, Big Tank. Today, let's jump into the main topic, dude. Let's jump in right to the deep end of the pool. We have a beautiful fucking episode ready for you guys. An amazing fucking guest in the fucking house. So, look, I'm going to give you a quick little introductions for them. He is a spiritual guru, a shape-shifting master of disguise and mischief. He is here now today to blow your skulls into higher consciousness in a violent monk way and one of my personal homies way from Guam. Yeah, that's right. From motherfucking Guam himself, my homie Big Leroy. What's up, my boy Big Lee?
What's happening?
Was Gucci? Was Gucci?
I was hoping you could play the Darth Vader entrance music.
Well, because of copyright, we can't put it up because of copyright.
Yeah.
Yo, everybody, look, I'm gonna tell you guys something. I met Leroy at my previous job. He's a beautiful peer to work with. His energy is amazing, and I've met an amazing professional. He is also an entrepreneur and a small business owner. And he's gonna plug all his shit at the end of the episode. Before we jump into that, I want to jump right into it. Big Lee, I don't want to waste any more of your time. I know we got businesses to run and homes to attend to. Big Lee, let me know, dude. You're here today to speak about higher consciousness, our ego, and how we could contribute to our brighter future. As far as I know, our consciousness is something that we're aware of, and we also have our subconsciousness, which is something that we are not aware of. That we also have, basically, that we're always on alert for. So whatever we speak, whatever we say, and whatever we put out to the world is consciously. But whatever is subconsciously is whatever we're taking in. Please correct me if I'm wrong and let me know what you think. Give us your what your research has brought to you to the table.
Yeah. First of all, thanks for having me on. I like what you guys are doing. You're building awareness, and because we're in this new era and this fifth dimension is what they're saying, or this Renaissance, or what they call the Great Awakening. It's more of like it's like more of like driving your car. It's like when you go into your car when you go to work, and then from when you get to your destination, in between those points, a lot of times those are unconscious. And most of our lives that we are living or we lived up to this point were unconscious in the first place. And people are starting to wake up and make the unconscious conscious, thanks to podcasts like these and information out there that are making people more aware, and people are starting to wake up and figure out what's going on with the world.
Definitely.
Yes.
I kind of have like a point of view, like basically everything that we're listening to, things that are being put up by the media, and things that we're watching, hearing, eating, everything is subconsciously. But whatever we put out to the world, whoa, there's an emergency going out there.
Oh, something's happening. Something's happening.
You see what I'm talking about?
They're onto
They
us.
heard us, man.
onto
They heard
us.
us.
We're gonna have to shut it down. Emergency podcast next episode. Let you know what's happening after with Mr. Leroy. No, for real though, like speaking the truth out there. So basically, what you're telling us is everything that we do is consciously, and then everything that we precept is subconsciously, or there's other messages getting put out by us subconsciously. How do we reach higher consciousness, if anything?
Yeah, so I think we have to kind of define what consciousness is as a starting point or a baseline. So consciousness is this esoteric and mysterious thing that you can't really put a pinpoint on it, because consciousness is not a religion. It's not any specific thing. It's something that's sort of infinity, like that you can't fully describe consciousness. But in this aspect, for this particular podcast, I want to define it as awareness. Oh fuck.
Awareness of the truth, or
hold on. Whoa. Fuck. Sorry, man.
Hey, you know what? It's funny that we're talking about consciousness and the cops are going crazy.
Okay. I really sorry about that. So consciousness, in my definition, is expanding. Consciousness means expanding your awareness and your perception. That's kind of how I like to define it, because, like I said, consciousness is this. There's no evidence to see where it came from. It's such a complex topic, but there are many different aspects of consciousness. But I kind of like to look at it as building your awareness. So, because
go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt. For our listeners, for example, for our easier going listeners, how do you reach higher consciousness, and what could it provide to you once you reach it?
So if I'm looking at it in the lens of awareness, for me, personally, I like to practice meditation, and meditation just helps me with being more aware of like my own internal dialogue of my own thoughts and beliefs, and asking them. First, I become aware of the belief. Then I have to ask, where does this belief come from? And it's just being aware of all these thoughts that I'm having. So after I'm done meditating, then the real meditation happens, just because like life is the meditation. It's not the meditation because it's the integration. It's integrating, because like how you do one thing is sort of like how you do another thing. So if awareness is a key component to consciousness, then the question is, how do you build awareness of your own internal dialogue, and how do you be aware of what's going on in the world?
How did you do that? How did you achieve that higher consciousness?
Through
How
meditation and spirituality.
I know Leroy from a while back, and I know Leroy is a very technical dude. He is the type of dude that comes and writes everything on a notebook and makes sure that every single moment of his life, every single time, every single minute that goes by of his life is documented and used to the proper way. So basically, you're working towards a higher consciousness by the minute. Every single minute, every single moment that you're in your life, you're trying to wake up to learn something new, become better, and do better for others, and put out that energy for other people at the same time. Is that kind of what I'm getting
Exactly.
at,
Yeah,
or?
it's correct.
Wow. Okay. That's game changing shit all
That's
day.
game changing shit, to honestly. And how does that intervene, and how does that lock into our egos? I understand that people, a lot of, like, for example, I myself, I have a large fucking ego, but I'm humble as hell. So I try to put it down for the people that deserve my respect, and deserve me to fucking come down and say, let me bow to you, so that you later on could bow to me when I'm right in a moment. For example, right now I'm bowing to you. What would you come and tell the consumers, our listeners, how to become a better, higher conscious ego people, like egotistic, if I'm
Yeah. So
right.
in the West, so let me just do like a quick riff on Western culture. Everything
Yes.
everything exists outside of ourselves, right? We live in such a materialistic things that we always look outside. Like we our paradigm of thinking is we have to do things to have things to become something, right? It's do,
Hmm.
have, be, and that's the paradigm. But
Do, have, be.
yeah,
So you have to do, and then you have to have, and then you have to be
yeah, but
something.
why can't we reverse that paradigm and operate from a state of being? And out of the beingness comes the doing, and the having is last. So it's really clear that in Western culture, things you have to do things outside of yourself. And in Eastern culture, it's all about compassion, and it's very inward focus. They
Hmm.
look a lot of into tranquility, peace, love, nirvana, all these attributes. So I'm not saying that one is better than the other, and the Eastern philosophy is no better than Western, but the true philosophy comes from integrating and combining both the yin and the yang. So I take the
Ah.
compassion from the East, and then I take the brutality from the West, and I call it brutal compassion, where it's sort of like an oxymoron, where a violent monk or what I call a peaceful warrior, when you're integrating the other aspect of yourself. So because Western culture is all about enhancing the ego, you have to do things to enhance your ego, and Eastern culture is all about dissolving the ego. The real purpose of the ego is to be transcended. It's to transcend the ego, not to kill it. You can't kill the ego because it's part of who we are.
Who you are.
So
Uh-huh.
what's interesting is that the Germans define ego as I. So whenever they say ego, they actually talk about themselves, because it's like if I was to ask you who are you, and you were to tell me your name, and then the simple response to that is I'm not asking your name, and then I could keep asking you, who are you? Then you tell me your race or your ethnicity or your religion. That doesn't really
Yeah.
define you, because the minute that you put a label on something, you neglect all other aspects of yourself. So the ego likes to attach itself to things, and it likes to attach itself to your identity. So I like the term ego, which is ego, which could stand for like edge, God out. And true spirituality is not about like killing the ego, but it's like I said, it's about integrating it. Um,
If for the listeners out there that are, I'm sorry to interrupt, my boy, but for the listeners out there that probably are not understanding what this guy is basically telling us is, this is what I'm getting at. And correct me if I'm wrong, Big Tank, help me out. Um, Basically what I'm seeing is that basically you have to hit a middle point in life where you see that your ego is gonna take you off the top, or it's gonna ruin you, and you have to balance life out. Have a mission statement for everything, but always balance your life out. There's things in life that are gonna throw you off. There's things in life that are gonna make you worse. Doing drugs are gonna fucking throw you to a negative fucking spiral down earth. And then working too hard is also gonna throw you to a fucking. You're gonna become a workaholic, and you're never gonna be able to spend time with your family, and then that's gonna ruin you in the future. So in a way, if you have balance, if you have a balance of way, being able to say, I'm gonna drink a beer, do my duties, spend time with my family, and go back to work, and then come back around and have a balance in life, you're gonna have some type of prosperity, and that's what you want to project to the world, so it could come back to you. Meet your yin and yang, and balance it out, so that you could always overcome your obstacles. Kind of like, correct me if I'm wrong, obviously.
No, that's pretty well said. So the polarity and the duality is like you have your ego, and then the opposite of ego is your soul. And these two have different paradigms. It's like the ego wants to serve itself, but the soul, it looks more to serving others, right? Ego looks outward, the soul is more inward. The ego is me. The soul is more of we as a unity. So you have separation, you have versus unity, pride versus love, complaining versus gratefulness. It's like
Whoa.
materialism versus
That's some crazy shit right
yeah.
there.
Repeat what you just said right now, slowly, so like our listeners could take note of what's happening. And this is real life shit. This is happening to every single one of us, and we cannot freaking reject it. It's happening. Repeat it one more time, my boy, Leroy.
I forgot what what was the last thing I said.
You said about you were comparing black and white. Black and white. You were going through a black and white series of
Okay.
how we should think our mentality.
Yeah, so it was more of the polarity of the ego and the soul, and how these are opposite polarities, because the reason why it's so opposite is because our brains, we have two brains, and our brains are opposite. One is more rational, the other one is more emotional. And I could go into the triune brain theory, where we actually have three brains in one. We could kind of talk about that too. But the ego is more of like more focused on like me, and then the soul is like the paradigm is we like a team or unity. So there's separation, then there's unity. There's me versus we, pride versus love, or complaint versus gratefulness, or materialism versus spirituality, or war versus peace, self-denial versus self-acceptance, and on and on and on. But that's basically like the duality of the ego versus like the soul. And I'm not saying that the ego is horrible, because there's a really misconception in a Western culture about we have to kill the ego. Oh, you can't have that.
Opposites.
Yeah.
So you need both, honestly, to actually find, well, what you call it? You need both so you can actually be
Balance.
self-sustaining, self-balanced.
Yeah, it's like the sword and the shield. If you just have a sword, how are you going to defend yourself? But if you just have a shield, how are you going to attack? It's like having that both sword and the shield.
Perfect fucking metaphor. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know what, dude? This has come to us as a wide opening situations. Ever since look, I worked with you for a while, and you told me that everybody represents something, and everybody's here for a mission. And that's exactly what I'm trying to put out for our listeners. Listeners, we're not here to get your bucks. We're not here to conduct a manipulation of what reality is. I'm not here to tell you that Trump is not going to win, and fuck Trump. I'm not here to tell you that. We are here to expose the truth and tell you how to be better people, how to promote yourself in a better way. Not only yourself, your kids, your family, your father, your mother, your brother, and your sister. How you can live in a more positive manner and create a better livelihood. You could be poor, bro. You could live off of WIC. You could live off EBT, and you could still be radiant, and you could be golden from inside. Money does not reflect who you are. Stop living in a materialistic life. Stop living in how other people want you to live. Stop living in such a low fucking frequency. Put yourself in a high frequency. Put yourself in a level where you are God. Now, I'm not saying you're God, but I'm saying every single person here has the potential to be a God for your fucking family, a provider, a person of good, of wealth, of health, if anything, for every single person around you. Every person around you in your circle is going to look up to you and say, where did you get this energy from? I want to be like you. I want to join you. I want to be with you. And that's what you want to hear. And then find your balance, basically, to fucking grow. And that's what my homie Leroy is out here to expose.
Well said, man. Well said. Yeah, I like the way you put that together. You kind of summarized that what I was saying in like 20 seconds.
I think that's what I'm really good at. I gather your information. I put the high topic, the highlights on like in 30 seconds real quick.
Nice.
Dude, it's fucking amazing. What else you got for us, dude? What else you got for us? I know you also have a business to do with shrooms. Okay, for example, guys, look, shrooms is a drug and hallucinogen. How do you say that word? Hallucinogen. How do you say that word?
Hallucinogen, or you could call it entheogen, is the more ceremonial term.
I know for a fact that mushrooms and mercury have been used for ceremonial purposes in the Mayans, with the Egyptians, with other ancient cultures. And this grows into our position now. Our government has made it illegal so that we cannot be woke. Tell me, please, how we could use these sources to become higher enlightened.
Yeah, of course. So there are things going on legally that they're trying to make it. Denver already decriminalized it. I believe it's Portland, Oregon. And we're getting really close because a lot of things that went through with the cannabis industry is sort of happening the same with mushrooms. And I got into psychedelics because my brother was a drug addict, and I was suffering from my own drug addiction as well. And it kind of helped cure that through mushrooms, cactus, and LSD and DMT. So the reason why these things are so profound is because it changes the way we think and the way we see things. And when we change
the brain, right? It's like a brain drug.
Yeah, it's like when we change the way we look at things, and the things we look at will change. And it's like the reason it gives us access into higher levels of thinking because it alters our perception or alters our level of consciousness.
It opens your third eye.
Yeah, it opens your third eye, and these neurotransmitters are actually portals into higher dimensions of thinking. These neurotransmitters are access to higher levels of consciousness and to God, basically, or however you define that. But
how many bits of shroom would I have to take to be able to see something? Because I know I have a couple of friends in the industry that come and tell me, hey, I took some shrooms, I've seen some shit, I want to talk about some shit, I've seen how aliens have come to our earth, I've seen different lights, I've seen different dimensions. Exactly. What was your experience? For example, let us know, what was your experience when you took some of these hallucinogens?
Yeah, so I had an experience with DMT where I smoked it, and I was in this geometric sacred geometry patterns, and these patterns were like sort of breathing, and I could feel them. And the minute that I tried to describe it, it morphed into something else, and it's really trippy. And I couldn't sleep for like 2 days just from that one experience, because your ego just shatters. Like, you just get into higher, different levels where it's so much knowledge and wisdom and love that you almost feel like you don't deserve it, because you have these yogis who've been meditating in a cave for 20 years just to get a glimpse of what you are experiencing. And for you to instantly get into those states is sort of like a hack. And I like to balance it out with meditation too, because meditation is more long-term and psychedelics is more of like a short-term thing that I use.
Kind of like yoga. Yoga kind of gives you the discipline of how to get to it, and then the shrooms gives you the easy way out, like a balance. You're
so
balance within your yin and yang.
Exactly. Yeah. So what's interesting is that people talk about these bad trips, but oftentimes these come from not accepting what you are seeing, or it's just the struggle of letting go. And it's like letting go of trying to let go. And these bad trips are symbols to your psyche or your unconscious, no different than when you have a dream and you have all these dreams. But what's more important is the symbolism inside the dream and what it means, what it's trying to tell you in your unconscious.
Right before we jump into to the final segment, Big Tank, help me out right here, dude. I want to make sure that we put out the right message for our listeners and our followers. And I want to give you the mic to put out your final message and give me the top two pinpoint things that you've learned after taking hallucinogens, and how did they help you become the person of influence that you are now?
Honestly, this whole thing is tripping me out because, to be honest, I have seen that, or to the point where I've gotten so egotistical that everything just starts messing up around me when I try just focusing on one thing. And now that Leroy's saying it, you need a harmony. I've seen it sometimes, especially when I'm at work, for example. I'm trying to knock shit out. I could really care less. I just trying to get my work done. And I'll push people to the side. I do operate heavy machining. Sometimes people need help. And in some points, I will be like, fuck that. I don't need them. Fuck that. It ain't gonna do. It's a balance between the ego and your soul. So it's honestly, this is all making sense now. And now that he's moving into the whole shrooms, how the higher knowledge, the way I see it is, I don't know if you guys have ever heard, but they predicted that we only use about 10 to 12% of our brain.
Good point,
Okay.
man. Good point.
Yeah. So now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, you know what? Is this a way for us to help us comprehend what's going on beyond the stuff that we can't think of? Like how they say that that church and science are two completely different things, but in actuality, can it all just be the same?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, this is all just game-changing, mind-blowing shit, without a doubt. And I really want to thank you for coming out here and enlightening me. I'm pretty sure other people are going to hear this and they're going to be just enlightened. If you guys don't want to believe this, don't. But honestly, this is something, if you could look back through your life, you'll see points where you're being more selfish than grateful. And you just have to see what does affect and what doesn't affect.
I like those two words, selfish and being grateful. There's a whole different, it's a whole different fucking dimension once you cross that path. When you find a balance between them, because a lot of people take into consider, like, a lot of people take for granted your gratefulness, and then they abuse of you, and then when you become selfish, they look at you like, oh, you're evil, or you're bad, or you don't care about my family, you don't give a fuck about life. Nah, dude, it's not that. Sometimes, you have to meet a balance, and other people are so close-minded that they don't know how to get there. Wife, for example, I have a problem with my wife, and I tell her, hey, I live like this. I live this lifestyle. I'm going to be grateful with your family, and I'm going to be respectful. But when I want to do my shit in my house, when I want to, this is my path. Remember that shit. So it's not me being egotistic. It's me finding a balance. I'm going to make you happy so that I can be happy. I want the same fucking action in return. Some people don't have that mentality. They don't have that open mentality to say, I'm going to give him what he deserves. And keyword here is deserves. Deserves. If you deserve bad treatment, you're going to get bad treatment. If you're just and you give equality and you find a balance between your life, that is what's going to happen with you as well. And that's what you should deserve. Don't settle for anything less than what you fucking deserve. And if you deserve shit, then fucking eat that shit. If you deserve fucking God, then go with God. You know what I'm saying? It's what you deserve, my guy. Leroy, instead of taking the mic from you, open up the last bit of this episode, and please give me what your message is for the listeners. Give us the two main topics.
Oh, sure. Yeah. So first of all, I just want to put a disclaimer out there that I don't condone any hallucinogens or psychedelics to any of your listeners. And I see it more as a spiritual tool that I personally use. And I actually like to microdose it so I could integrate it and go about my day without.
What is microdose? What is
Microdosing? Is taking a 1/10 of an actual dose and taking it sort of as a multivitamin. So what I do is I do full trips, but I also do microdosing. So I take the mushrooms, I grind them in my coffee grinder, I put them in capsules, and I take a very small amount to where I'm still getting the benefit, and I can still go about my day. It's like different, like CBD versus THC, where CBD is very beneficial because people could take it without getting high, and that's how I see it with microdosing. Is you get the effects without the high feeling, and you get the benefits, because when you take these psychedelics, you're actually expanding your mind, and you're actually growing neuroplasticity in your brain. So
perfect. I've done this with yayo myself, guys. I've done this with yayo, with cocaine. Basically what I do is, instead of taking a fucking 2 lines or 3 lines of cocaine at a single time and maximizing your high to a point where your body cannot take any more high, no matter how many more lines you take, you're not going to get any higher, because you're already at your top high because of your how you've been feeding yourself and how your body is treated. Instead of taking a big ass line, take a key shot. I'm not saying take it, but for example, what I do, I take a tea shot, I take a fucking coffee, I eat very well, I eat tuna, I eat my omega-3s, I eat my protein, I eat all this good shit one time a week, and my brain functions perfectly throughout the whole week. I'm not saying I'm a drug addict. You could call me a drug addict. Fuck it, I'm a drug addict. But who isn't nowadays? Everybody's out here with depression. Fucking, I have anxiety. I have fucking herpes. I have this. I have that. Everybody's taking a drug of some sort, of some way. But you're taking it big ass amounts. If you take a microdose, I'm talking about tiny doses at a spot, you'll be able to control yourself and be able to fucking maximize the potential of it without actually feeling high.
You could actually still function. That's just the whole thing. You're still functioning no matter what. You're not doing it for the thrill, the rush, the high, whatever you want to call it, whatever you need it for, allegedly but you're just using it so you can function and continue on with your day.
Exactly.
Yeah, I actually I would love to send you guys a bottle of the supplement that I'm making as sort of like if you guys are interested in trying them out.
Perfect, dude. Perfect.
Yeah.
Big Leroy, Big
Well,
Leroy. Let us head out. I'm about to give you a segment right before you plug in your business, dude. I wanna bring you with the segment and let's close this fucking amazing fucking episode, right? Opening episode.
Yeah, dude, before you do, can I interject something really quick?
Handle.
I didn't get to answer your question about my main message to the listeners. My main message is in terms of enlightenment. It's put on a pedestal, and I don't think that you should pursue and chase enlightenment or chase happiness or chase love, because the fact that you have to chase it means that you don't have it to begin with. So this concept of enlightenment and happiness and love, these are more self-realizations. They're not something that you have to go do to get the enlightenment. And it's like a symbol called the unalome. It means that like the path that we're walking is not always straight, and it's not always perfect how we want to, and it's filled with missteps, mistakes, stuff that we have to correct. But that's what makes the path beautiful, is that when we fall off the path, we bring ourselves up and go continue walking the path. That's what makes the path beautiful. It's not the path is not straight how we think it is. It's zigzagged. It's all kinds of craziness and when we walk it. But that's what makes the beauty of enlightenment. So don't pursue enlightenment or don't chase happiness. Realize that you have it within you and don't seek it outside of yourself. And that's my main message.
Thank you so much, dude. That was an amazing fucking message.
We really appreciate it. It's honestly something else. I wasn't expecting this. I really wasn't.
You know, I really appreciate that you were out here. Now let's close it up with some fucking badass names. Yo, Big Leroy, this is called MFK. We're about to drop the biggest segment, the baddest segment, the most funniest segment of all time in all motherfucking human history. Are you ready or what?
Ready, man.
I'm gonna give you three fucking names. I don't want you to think about it. I want you to give me the first thing that comes to your fucking brain. Here it goes. I got Megan Fox, Emma Stone, and Angelina Jolie. You gotta marry one, you gotta fuck one, and then you gotta fucking kill one. Go.
First of all, I would fucking marry all three of them.
I think it's the first one that's ever said that.
You gotta choose one, fool.
I'm getting too greedy. Here. All right. I would for sure marry Megan Fox. I would kill. I would kill Emma Stone and what was the third one? Damn it, Angelina Jolie. Yeah, and I would fuck her. Yeah.
Fucking love guru over here. Big Tank, don't forget you've been forgotten, fool. Tell me.
Me personally, I think I'd have to marry Angelina Jolie, fuck Emma Stone, and kill Megan Fox.
Oh damn! Why are you gonna kill Megan Fox, folks? She's like,
I don't know. She ever since Ninja Turtles, nothing.
Since Ninja Turtles, she kind of murdered Ninja Turtles, huh?
A bit. I think she killed it. Exactly. I think it wasn't her role.
It wasn't her role. They just wanted her because she has a pretty face and a pretty ass. Fucking bitch. Anyway, if it was up to me, I would have to marry Emma Stone because she's being low key on this whole fucking. She's beautiful, dog. Like Loki, I like me a loud blonde girl. And then I'll fuck the shit out of Megan Fox a couple of times. I'll make her my side bitch if that even counts. And then I'll probably kill. What's the other girl? Shit.
Angelina Jolie.
I'll kill. You know why? I'm not. Look, I like Angelina Jolie, like, and Wanted. I wanted her because she was wanted in the movie. But like after, like, I don't know, she became like. You have like 17 kids from different daddies. I don't know. I don't even know what.
No fucking way.
Life is that right now. For real, my guys. Yo, Leroy, thank you so much for being here. Go ahead and tell the public where they can find you and your product. Make sure you put your product first. Listeners, listen up. This is quality shit. Leroy, let them know where you at, my boy.
Yeah, so you can follow me on Instagram. My handle is brutal_compassion for Instagram. And you could get more info over there.
Cool. So brutal_compassion. That's brutal. underscore compassion. He'll be able to plug you up with his business and his website if you want to get your hands on some good enlightening
Psychedelics.
psychedelics. My boy, thank you so much for being out here. Big Tank, let them know where they can find you, my boy.
You guys know the deal. Catch me at eknat.ivix. Once again, eknat.ivix on all your social media platforms. Let me know. Message me what you guys do like, what you guys don't like, what you guys want us to show. More coming up next episode next week. We will be introducing some new parts to this. Keep
For
in
sure.
touch.
For sure, for sure. And you can find me at Trebles Garcia, Treblesgarcia, Treblesgarcia on all social media platforms, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram. Hit me the fuck up. If you have any questions, you want to leave comments, you want to DM us your personal experiences, interviews that you want to hear, people that you want to hear, stories you want to bring out, hit us up on Paranoid Radio Podcast on Instagram. Paranoid is spelled Parannoi. Paranoid, no D, no E, Parranoi. Radio podcast on Instagram. And then if you want to email us, please hit us up at paranoidradio@gmail. Paranoid spelled Paranoid@gmail.com. Leave us a message, hit us up, what's up, leave a 5-star review, please subscribe. Look, we just found out we have listeners in the Philippines, in Germany, in Ireland, in Latin America, and in the United States of America. Thank you so much.
Yes, we
fucking
worldwide. We
We
worldwide.
worldwide motherfuckers. We're Mr. Pitbulls out here. We fucking running shit. I love it. This is for you. This episode is for you. Everybody that's listening to us. If you enjoy these fucking episodes, hit us up. Make sure you fucking subscribe and you leave a 5-star review and you drop that shit. We love you worldwide. Our listeners to the Philippines, our listeners in Germany and in Ireland, in Guatemala, in El Salvador, and in the United States of America. Thank you. This is my heart speaking to you right now. Thank you so much. Big Tank, let them know how you feel.
It's really an amazing thing. This was just started for me and Angels to goof around. We didn't think it was even going to go this far. We were just going to have fun with it regardless. But it really just shows how much support you guys have given us, and we want to keep on going and keep moving forward and just giving you the best that we can. Honestly, this is really something else.
Mad love to everybody. Mad love to my homie Leroy. Big shout out to homie my big homie from Leroy, our spiritual guru that came down to let us say, dude, you have the open door here. You could always come to our fucking episode,
Yeah,
to
man.
our show. Open door, dog. Whenever you want to speak your mind, whenever you want to talk some shit, whenever you want to tell their listeners they're fucking up, you let me know. You let them know on the spot, dude.
Hey.
This is your platform.
Hey, thank you guys for having me on. I like what you guys are doing and building awareness and letting people know what's really going on with the world. So I just want to say, keep doing what you guys are doing, keep the energy up, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, my boy. Thank you, bro. You are fucking Paranoid Radio royalty.
Also,
Without a doubt.
I have a guest that you guys might like to have on, where she goes into the CIA documents and how we are living in a hologram, and these are documents that are leaked, and how our consciousness is portals to other dimensions. So
the Matrix has been in play, and we know this. And right now, my homie Leroy live in the motherfucking station, in the motherfucking studio, he's dropping this fucking link. He's gonna let us know how to fucking reach this person. He's giving you a little fucking teaser of what's coming
Up and
next.
coming.
Yo, Big Lee, thank you so much for your synergy, your energy, and your love, my boy. Have a fucking blessed day. Take care of your family, and thank you for being here with us today.
You too, man. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Have a good one, guys.
Peace.
Catch you guys next time. Peace.